Like always, my chats get weird. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I just don't know. But we're back. We're back. Pick your earrings out for the day. All kinds of fun ones in here. I love my little roosters. I love my little things. Yeah. Oh, today is, like I was saying, Hot Mess Express Day for sure. For sure. However, my brain just kicked. I know it. We're putting on. So I'm running a little behind. Come on in. Come on in. I'll tell you what, guys. I will tell you what. I have clothes from one end of my house to the other end of my house. There we go. Now my chat is registering. Thanks for coming back in. I don't know what happened the first time around. It just wasn't doing anything. So here we are. Here we are. So I did a little bit of research today, which I probably should have done earlier in the week, considering how bad the dog has been feeling. But I think my big mistake, I think she's feeling better, but now I'm overfeeding her. I need to give her smaller meals throughout the day to, instead of like these couple of big meals, to get her calories back. So we'll adjust how I'm doing that. Only problem is when you do one dog that way, the other dog wants to jump into the mix. Yes, they do. They do. But, then, so I have my morning chores to get done. Friday morning, woohoo, we are going to get that, we're going to get the, what is it, laundry running. I have to get food made. So I'm making dog food to take with me to my mom's house. And I also have to decide what food I want at my mother's house because truthfully, we know there's not going to be any. What I think I'll do is just when I get there, go get some stuff. So one thing that it said that I can use for my dog's upset stomach is give her a little bit of plain yogurt. The 100% pumpkin puree should help. So we shall do that today. I am not braiding the old hairs today. I am putting them up in a stick. So I'm going to go ahead and brush them out right here so I can get that part started. Yes. So it should be a very eventful trip up to visit. It always is. Because she's farther north and closer to the mountains, her leaves should be changing. Fall is in the air everywhere. And I am sure she is getting it too. For some reason, this morning. So how awesome are these happy birthday earrings? Sometimes you get these are ones my sister gave for me last year. And then I was in a shop and found those. I think they are great. And I must say, look at this earring right here. Isn't that fun? It looks like a complete and total chandelier. The only thing I don't like it is not real, it's just plastic. And the piece doesn't really hang. But I understand why they did, instead of doing it as a pierced earring, they did the screw-on box because it is very, very, very heavy. But look, it has little flowers. I don't know why everything looks yellow. I'm not using a light. It's just my bathroom light. And my cherries and my bats. So just my little costume stuff that I think makes life so much fun, right? Yes, it does. Oh, bless my heart. Oh. I do not understand myself today. For some reason, picking a pair of pants or a dress and a shirt has become a very challenging experience. I'm telling you, you know, like I said, Hot Mess Express is here. And that's never a good thing. But I want to show you guys something else I just picked up. Can you see that belt loop? Isn't that fun? I'm putting this on. I'm wearing jeans today. I don't even care. I don't even care. I'm going to put my nice big baggy jeans on. I shall find a nice shirt. And I will throw a shirt over that shirt in case I get hot. I can take the other shirt off. And we are going to go along with our day. Love it. Great idea. Woohoo. 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 Come on. Guys, I got it figured out. I am not a shirt tucker-inner right now because I don't like the silhouette that creates, but I love my belt. So how am I going to remedy this situation? Somehow, and it's so silly. Like, I don't want to tuck my stuff in. Do you know what I'm doing today? I'm cleaning floors. I am cleaning. I'm literally gonna learn how to use a new carpet cleaner, and I'm vacuuming and doing laundry and packing. I am not leaving the house. So if my silhouette is not what I prefer it to be, I really don't think anybody in the world is gonna care, remember, know. The things that we wrap up in our head, let me rephrase that because it's not a we issue, it's a me issue. Look at that, I'm being all rationale. It is not a we issue, it is definitely a me issue. Oh, right. Let me tuck my shirt in so I can slide I think I'm going to call this my cha-cha belt. It is big, it is bold, it is everything you could want. It is definitely a cha-cha belt. And it's mine, so I'm going to wear it. So, There we go. I got it on. My cha-cha belt is belting. My cha-cha belt is belting very well. Oh, I love it. I love it. And then I'll put a shirt over, and then guess what? There it is. All right. Well, as painful as it was to find something to put on, I did okay. I did. You know, I really, And now I say, oh, this outfit is so nice. Maybe I should have just gone ahead and saved it. All right, guys, let me bring you out of my jewelry box. Ta-ta-ta. And we shall spin around. Oh, hold on. That's a great picture of my wall, isn't it? There we go. Check it out. I got my, whoa. Hold on, let's go back up. Oh my gosh. So, I have my little cha-cha belt on. That's fine. I don't care. I'm sitting here saying, wow, I hope my live isn't blurry. Why is everything so blurry? And then I realized, look at that, no makeup expert. I realized it's so blurry because I don't have my glasses on. I'm telling you, the marvels of life. Oh, look, now we're not so blurry. So yeah, I got my cha-cha belt. I think that's nice, but I do think we're gonna need a little something. And why? Because I'll look in the mirror, then I'll feel good, right? Now, what? So I have some jewelry I could put on, but would really dress the situation up. And I don't need it dressed up because I'm not going anyplace today. So let's see. But I do feel that a little something around the neck would not go bad. So, you know what I haven't worn in forever? And I shall wear it now. It's just a little drop necklace my sister gave me. Yeah, just a little, you'll see, I'll put it on. It's just a little drop, little diamond necklace she gave me. There we go. I had to let it unwind. And then all day today, when I look in the mirror, I will think of my sister dear. Maybe. Is it going? Yes, I got it. So there we go. Just a little sparkle to add to the sparkle. And I think with a cha-cha belt, there's not much else I need to add. So I think I will just add just a little silver in my ears. I just have just a little silver. I don't think it needs to be exciting, but like I said, who am I doing this for? Myself. It's a bonus. It's a bonus if other people see me. And I'm really kind of now need to work on the fact that, you know, as we age, our bodies change. It's a fact of life. Most people's body change as we age. So our silhouette is not that of our 20s and 30s. It's that of our late 40s, 50s. And I'm going to change my silhouette some. You know, it is in my power, but to have it ruled, look at my back, I gotta show my belt. But to have it ruled how I was trying to find clothes and, oh, I need this, that is kind of cuckoo thinking. I hate to say it. Some of this cuckoo thinking that still sticks with me, even though I am a whole entire grown person, that's really crazy, isn't it? And the even crazier part is I'm not leaving the house today. I'm staying home. So that's what I said. Today's a Hot Mess Express day. Let me get a little splash of watercolor. Need to splash that water for a second. Oh, yeah. So I don't think the decision of what I wanted to throw over to clean floors should never have been as difficult as it was today. But, okay, it's finished though. Good news is that is finished. I'm gonna go ahead and put you back. Oh, let me show you what I did yesterday. Look, 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 look. You guys could, yeah, we're going to the ceiling. Come on in, like, comment, and subscribe. Can you see I got my flamingo light that my sister gave me? It was up in the window. I'm just gonna brush my teeth, and I don't know. I just didn't want to brush my teeth on YouTube. Although we all know it would not be necessary to leave the work today. Alright. Alright. Brush your teeth. Brush your teeth. Alright, now let's swish. Swish, swish, swish. I know. I was going to say I've gotten something done today, but I really haven't. Some days you just start running. All right. I'm going to turn you back around. We'll get this hair re-secured. Since apparently people really like. There we go. People really like to see how we do the twist. Let me back this up just a little bit. I'll back up just a little bit. So it is what it is, right? There's that pretty thing. I already brushed it, so it's nice and secure. But what I'm doing is pulling it kind of offside a little bit. I just start with a light twist. I don't go and I kind of twist as I wrap. I don't try to twist it too hard because I don't want to pull it out, right? And then it goes up tall and then I secure it underneath. That's all that happens. Then I pull this crown piece down. All right, see how that folds down? Then I take whatever stick of the day and I push it down, go up under, and then it comes and catches this other side, and boom, hopefully it'll stick there. All right, today I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. Instead of using the castor oil with the frankincense in it, I'm using the aloe first to get it nice and firm. It's a very deep hydration. I just feel, and I'm also think this is the Korean aloe, which is, it doesn't have anything in it. The 99%, or you can make your own and just keep it in the fridge. The nice thing about this, when it dries, it tightens your skin some. So we're gonna get some stuff tightened up a little bit. That's my, and it does a very deep hydration. I don't have a fan up here. It doesn't matter. So that's what I'm using today. And if later in the day, my skin is still feeling kind of wonky dry, I might come up and then do a really heavy coat with the castor oil. Either way, right? Either way, we shall get it to work. And let's see. I'm going to leave it there because literally that's where it's going to stay today. All right, we got this done. Let's head on over and before we go down the steps, we shall get our laundry to take with us. I have to cook, so come along. Come along, my friends. Come along to the next part. Here it is. We've got to be over here separating the laundry. Yes, we do. Oh, hold on. Let me spin that. Woo! Wasn't that a fun time? All right. So my sister, who'll probably watch this later, she has her YouTube channel, Nikki's Happy Lifestyle, and she is hilarious. But after I do my lives, we cross paths a lot in terms of YouTubing together. But she will always come back and tell me about having to watch my angles. So I think that's pretty funny. So y'all can put in that chat. Angles are great. Angles are great. So that's what we'll do. I hope everybody has great plans for their weekend. I am gonna get this done and then try to get the house has got to get in order because next week is Mom's back porch week. I will be up with my mother and we will be, I'm so glad y'all get to see all my undies, but we will be doing lives from her house. And hopefully we can get her to do some lives with us because I want to try to get her while I'm there to tell family stories because she remembers, and somewhere in the familyness of family, there is floating around my grandmother telling stories. Like when, way back in the 80s, early 90s, let's just say 90s, right? When the camcorder became affordable for us all. At that point, we had different kids doing different school projects had gone down to my grandmother's and had conversations and recorded it. So I know in the family there is footage of my great grandmother talking about how she grew up. She was born in 1915. My great father was born in 1913. She was born in 1915. So she saw the entire Industrial Revolution, and it's just such a wealth of information. So she went through, if she was born in 1915, she's pretty much in the hey, yes, I do. So she was able to do the Great Depression, the Roaring '20s, the end of WW1, but she remembers WW2, Korea, Vietnam, all of that, and how life changed from going from rural, no cars, into, hey Paisley, welcome. I do have children. They are grown because they're a whole household now, right? So I want to try to get some of the family stories from my mother. She was born in the 40s. What she remembers and growing up and the changes she saw. I don't think we will ever see change as fast as we did in the 1900s. That whole Industrial Revolution and where we went up until from 1900 to to the year 2000. It's unbelievable, literally from a non-global world to a global lifestyle. I mean, look at us now. I'm globally with you, right? And I don't think change will ever happen as fast as it did then. It had started taking off in those changes in the 1800s. And that's what's cool too. Her parents were born in the 1800s. Her father, wasn't in the Civil War, but my grandfather's, my great-grandfather, his father was. So all of those stories are still in the family history with families that go way back. And now with having the technology to record it, as I'm sitting on the porch with my mom, is the moral of the story. I'm hoping to get her talking. I'd like to do some questions that would spark conversations that we could really say, okay, Ma, do you remember this and that? Or what do you remember as a turning point in this or that? Because the interesting things I think she would have lived through being born in the 40s, she would have remembered the Korean War. She would have been with all of the vets from WW2. That's was all her uncles. I remember them because we were around family. But, she remembered, Lower product of the 60s, look. Anyway, but all of that, and then as she saw even women's issues be pushed forward, the advent of everything. So that is one of my goals, is to start opening that conversation, to create the treasure trove of history for the kids, for my children, for other for other generations. Who knows, anyway. And she's hilarious. So my hair is not centered, guys. We got to fix that. It's gonna, hold on. If it is not centered, it will bother me all day long. So let's get this stuff centered up and rebalanced. So that's some of the stuff I hope. So I'm hoping today to get on the computer to get some questions so I can really say, I have some stuff I want to talk to you about and I want to record. And who knows whether she'll let me put her on or I just have the camera looking out. Oh, man. When it's not balanced right, your whole head feels off. Okay, I think we got it balanced. So yeah, that's one thing. So this Hot Mess Express is finally dressed, finally ready to move. Guys, I can't believe it. What a morning. It's just, you sit down and next thing you know, it's hours later. That's okay. I'm retired. All right, let's get this stuff downstairs. I will take you guys. Oh, wait, let me put a green screen on because I know how to do this. And that way you guys won't get sick while I run you down the steps. Oh, let's see. I still have my curtains uploaded. So we'll just upload me in front of the curtains. There you go. Oh, look at that. And we'll run downstairs. I will take you first. Oh, there we go. And then I shall follow. And we will get, it's kind of weird. Technology, right? All right, we'll let Marley entertain. He's like, oh, don't put me back on camera. All right, hold on, Marley. It's up to you, babe. He wants to be YouTube famous. He just doesn't want to do the work, right? All right, we are going to go to green screen. We're going to close it out and push done. All right, there he is, the Marley man. Okay, Marley, keep everybody entertained, okay? You got it. See right there? Your fan club is here with you. I got the little tongue. I got you, okay? He always wakes up and says, what's going on? That's so funny. That is so funny. So that is, yeah. Yes, Marley, you're on camera. Do Marley things. I gotta go get the laundry. Stay right there. Yes. find some lipstick along the way. At least I have that on now. Right, Marley? All right, guys. Whew. Whew, 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 whew. See what's happening in here. I'm coming back. I'm just throwing laundry in. I am throwing laundry in. All right. All right, guys. So, we got our laundry completed. Okay, let's come over. We shall hit the kitchen. Marley, did you entertain everybody well? You did? You kept everybody happy? Good job, buddy. All right. I did get our table redecorated. So yay for us. Look at this mess right here. That's all right. We're coming above it. We're going to come up one more time. There we go. I lost the stabilizer for the bottom of my tripod. So every time I pick the tripod up and move to a new area, the bottom falls off. I don't know. Let's get our breakfast all situated, and then I need to make a get well kit for my son. He's not feeling the best. I am like, I hate to say it, my candle melted and it like was in the bowl. Oh, look, it made like a moon. Isn't that fun? I wanted to throw that piece away, but my son wanted me to keep it a little bit, so there we go. What are we gonna do? Anyway, I hope everybody is getting things done today, having a great day, no matter how your day starts. Mine started fine. I was surprised at how hard it was for me to decide something to put on. I'm filling up my cup of water. Yes, yes, yes. I am. There we go. Got it. I love this cup. I know if I drink 4 of them, I've almost had a gallon, so. Get that water up. Especially now, we're going into the fall season. So I sometimes have to take a decongestant. And a decongestant dries out your entire body. So it's very important to hydrate, 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 hydrate. Do you know what they say? Okay, let me not say it as a fact, because that's how I like to speak. But I heard or read something one time where people said, where doctors, or it was a study that said more people do such better hydrating in the summer than they're hot than, like, say, in the winter when all of the heat is on, and that's so drying to your body and your body cavities, and people don't realize it. So they are not, and they just aren't drinking as much because they don't feel hot. I just think that's an interesting fact. Okay, I found my cup of pureed, or my can of pureed pumpkin. I read it's good for dogs. I'm going to start mixing that in a little bit to help her with her tummy. yeah, we are doing a whole lot of, let's get those as well. And my son said every single person he works with is sick, which is never a good thing. So I have to get him started on taking his vitamins. I am a huge believer in vitamins and minerals and herbs. I am a huge believer. Not that it takes the place of certain medications and all, but it can definitely help boost your system, so hopefully you don't need other medications, right? So let's get this sink filled and then we'll get out the old Instapot. I am still learning to use my Instapot. But I have a whole chicken. Actually, let me pull that out. All right. I have the chicken I need to cook, and I need to cook it, just in water for the broth as well. I was going to put some celery in it, but then I read that could be either or, maybe okay, but can also exaggerate an upset stomach. So, within the dog, because that's hers. So, I'm going to cut that down. And then they said, one of the things I had messed up was I was worried that her caloric intake had dropped too low. So instead of doing teeny little meals, 6 or 7, I was taking her bowl and giving her 3 huge meals. Well, she's hungry, so she ate the 3 huge meals. And they said, that's not good if you're recovering from a really bad bout of upset stomach. So we'll adjust. We will adjust. Life is always a learning experience. And with senior animals, like super senior animals, I've never had one myself that I had to care for. I've been in the house when we had senior animals, but that's with my mom. That's her deal. And then with other senior animals, I had already moved by the time they were at a point that they were really, really old. That was when I was traveling around and out of the house. So I'm learning this whole new phase of pet ownership as we go along. Like, this is really bothering me, but as we go along, and I think that's part of the wonderful thing in life. There's always something to learn. Always, always, always. And I think what's great is once you get to a certain point, even if you're learning it and make mistakes along the way, those are mistakes that become memories that you laugh. Oh, we laugh about some stuff. The stories. When I first started YouTube, so my first year, this is only my second year. This is my second channel, but on my other channel, Fabulous Nuts ASMR, which is a whole story with that. We'll get into that later. I would do my lives, right? And you do your lives and you read what comes up, but I was reading what came up without reading and then saying it. And at that point, it was around Christmas time, I think, it was one of the holidays. So started my channel in April, and then it was not until September, maybe October, where I discovered live vlogging, which I love because I talk to myself all the time. So I might as well talk to other people as well, right? So I would just read comments, and oh my goodness, my children, or I would just read names off without reading the name, and my children would be howling. They'd be like, "Mom, you can't say that. You don't even know what that means anymore. Mom, you need to be careful. That name is made up. It's a troll. They're trying to get you to say stuff." I'm like, oh my goodness. I had no idea, but and they still laugh about, I forget, it was something. I won't say it now. It was like on my second live. I did not understand a phrase. Like, it went so far over my head that it was pretty much at the moon. I mean, and, and I'm responding to it. Then it comes up again, this same phrase. I'm responding again with this, hey, Julie, welcome. Oh, it's Julia Key. I don't have my distance glasses on, so welcome, Julie, welcome. We are doing a Hot Mess Express morning. Our morning, let's get it together and get going. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. So, I was telling the story about me reading things. Yeah, and so my kids had to. So those kind of mistakes really come, they become funny stories. And I think if when something is a mistake or you're trying to learn a new skill that's kind of intimidating, when it messes up, if you just take a break and find the humor in it, you'll be able to move beyond where it is and just say, that was so funny, or remember when. In a month it's going to be, or in a day, it has already gone from a mistake that happened in public or with your friends or with your family to a remember when moment. And those are the best, and those are the ones you can laugh at. And as long as we can keep laughing at ourselves, then we're okay. I think I learned early on how to laugh at myself because of my learning disabilities and my neurodivergence. And with my dyslexia, it's unbelievable. But it has made life so funny because when I read things or read a name, I have a hard time. I struggle with it. I can say it in my mind, but then everything gets jumbled, the letters and the words, and then it comes out, and it can come out as a whole different word. Or you can see the word and transpose letters, so then all of a sudden things are, welcome from Kenya. Welcome in. I appreciate you being here. I have lots of friends from Kenya and Uganda, and I have a whole story how I wound up on your thread in Kenya. Yes, that's a whole nother story. My friends in Kenya and Uganda and Nairobi are just, we're going international, but I have, and Jamaica, I have lots and lots of friends from there. It's interesting, I think, during this journey of YouTube to see how the threads kind of twist and turn and how we all become connected in this global world. It really is an interesting journey because I'm in the US. I am in northeastern North Carolina. And yeah, it's great to have these friends and how the algorithm works, and all of a sudden, boom, there you are. So with all of my friends, so many of my friends being from Kenya and so many being from Uganda, I have got to start picking up some phrases, but I know what is, anyway, I'm gonna brush up and come back up and I'll be able to say hello to you. Yeah, I think it's time for me to get moving on common courtesies of greeting people in their native tongue. It's not that hard, is it? So we just keep taking, that might be all I can say. But that's something, right, that makes you feel welcome and like somebody cares when they can at least say hello to you. All right, we've got this cleaned. So I think a funny thing in life is when you look at a snapshot of somebody's environment, you make a judgment on that environment. Or if you see just little snapshots, you definitely say, oh, wow, that person has this, that person does this. Then you don't really see the background of it all, the backdrop of it all, what's beyond the lens. And I think with social media, hold on, I'm gonna get the Instapot. I think that is what has created. Here, you guys can come look at this for a minute while we get the Instapot out. I think, ow, my shoes, I'm tripping. I think on social media, that is definitely what has see, look, I got another new beautiful tableau to look at, but you're not seeing the mess beyond it. Oh, look at that old face. But on social media, that's what presents the distortion or the delusion of everybody has it together, everybody has this, everybody has that, and you look around going, oh my gosh, what do I have? It's not that. Oh, so whereas the reality of a situation can be totally different, you know? You can have messes or be a slob. And I always wonder, I mean, I understand why so many people do film within the same area for privacy and that kind of thing. I understand that. But I always start questioning, like, oh my goodness, why is that? What is happening? All right. Oh, hold on, guys. So, Summer just walked in right here. She's got to go out, but she's blind, so I have to help her. I'll be right back, okay? Great. Okay, baby? Good girl. Come on. Here you go, right here. There you go. There you go. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. Come on. There you go. All right. Good girl. All right, so we let her out. But anyway, what I was gonna say is, let's turn you back around. We are gonna learn how to use this pressure cooker. It's part of it, and I gotta wash the chicken too. So later today, I'm afraid of like proteins. I don't like it to touch anything that I can't disinfect and can't be disinfected. So I'm gonna take my jewelry off. I just picked up a whole chicken for the doggy. So let's get this thing cleaned. I'm gonna put it in the Instapot, let it cook down. Then I should be able to just shred the meat off and get her something to eat to go with us on our trip. That's the plan. So I'll pull everything out of my pot. Oh, I still have the directions with it. I guess, do I need this to cook just the chicken and water? I'll leave it in there, maybe that way it won't sit too far down, right? And after it's washed, I'm gonna set it there. Like, I really don't like handling meat. So, we'll figure out how to do this, right? Let's see. Okay, I have my vinegar to clean the chicken with. My chicken, let me get a knife and open it up. I don't know. So yeah, the snapshot of what we see really does have us assuming things about people that just might not be quite accurate or quite a realistic picture of what really is going on, you know? Be it You know, I bought a whole entire chicken, correct? Do you know at the Food Lion in their chicken, they don't give you the heart or the liver or the gizzards or the kidneys, nothing. They just give you an empty chicken carcass. What the heck? There's nothing with it. I think that's weird. Like, there's no parts to it. I don't know when they stop giving you their parts. I do. You know why? Here it is. Because I bought livers as well to put with her food, and they sell them separate. So you've got to buy your chicken, and then if you want your gizzards or lizards, if you want your gizzards or neck or anything like that, you've got to then buy that separate. Man, that's not fair, is it? Get this vinegar around this bad boy, get it all rinsed off, get those extra got some big feathers today on this one. They didn't give me the innards, but they gave me the feathers. Get that out of there. Huh. There we go. Let's get that nice and rinsed. Ugh. All right. So because I'm cooking for the dog, we are not going to put any seasoning in this pot, that's for sure. I'm going to take that, but I'm going to pull the livers out. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay. My hands are chickadee. All right, baby, come on in. Good girl. All right. So she's so old, and she has a habit. She comes inside, and then I'm just going to move that to for now. Could you? But I'm going to take these gizzards after I rinse them off and stuff them inside the chicken to cook. If I can get them open. I don't know how to open this container. Hold here. Ah, got it. Okay. Got it. All right. Let me just rinse that off. Okay. Ugh. And now, let me stuff them in the chicken. Just stuff them in there for some extra protein for her. Make sure she gets something nice and hearty. And it should give a really nice broth. That's what I'm hoping. There's the livers in there. All right. I can't even stand the smell of this stuff. Oh, literally making me gag this morning, but hey, don't touch me with anything, right? Oh, look at that. It's a thing of livers. It said liver. Look, they gave me the heart. Why did they give me a heart and a container of livers? They didn't think people don't know. They really don't think people remember or know things. They gave me an entire heart. Well, I guess since so few people in this country, let me not say that. I don't know how many people do their own chicken, but I think a lot of people buy it already processed, and we're not used to anymore cutting our chickens up than doing like we used to do. I remember the process, you know. My brother would not eat chicken, my older brother, because when I was a baby, he was 2 years older than me, and my mom was, washing a chicken and cutting it up, and he thought that was me, and because I don't know, he just thought it was me. He had seen my mom bathe me in the sink, and so I guess he didn't see her put a chicken in the sink. He just saw her acting something up. Poor brother thought that was me. All right, let me disinfect this area so I can touch things again before I move any farther. Yeah. And then we'll get our Instapot directions and find out how to do this, right? I know I'm making a broth, so get my antibacterial wipes and clean this out. Wash this with the wipes. That over there. Some more wipes. I am just so afraid of cross-contamination. I don't know. Yeah. So, he would never touch a chicken from the time he was young. Ever again. Because that's literally where he went with it in his mind. Isn't it funny how we imprint our youth, our early years, our brain is like sponges. Then we spend the better part of our lives trying to unravel what really happened. And, you know, that goes to show also how something that is a memory, but a memory that's understood from a young age, a memory that happens when we're young. If he had just stood in a doorway and never spoken what he thought was happening, how could that have imprinted and then come out later in his life as if, hey, this is what my mom did, when it was not factual, it's not. That's why a lot of times with memories, you can't discount a person's memory. I am just going to fill this pot with water. Yeah, I'm going to filling it all the way up, I guess. You can't discount anybody else's memory because that is what they experienced, how they experienced it. Okay, well, I don't see a full line here. So, oh, I did. Okay. Ooh, wait a minute. There's another. What is that? Ugh. Yuck. Okay, let me rewash my hand on that. Oh yeah, okay, I'm at max. Okay. Alright, it says max right there. But I do have the chicken sitter honor thing, or the beef sitter honor thing. Maybe I should take that out. Or just let it sit down on the ground. Yeah, that looks better. Now I'm not over the max. Alright, so we're going to put this here. Alright, and then I'm going to close the top on it. Look guys, your guess is as good as mine with this. I know my little thing is closed, okay. I've had trouble with that in the past. I got it locked in place. I'm going to plug it in. Alright, hold on, I gotta wash my hands again. And I need to get my thing, and let's find out how do we set this thing. I have no idea. Alright. Alright, let's see. I have the direction, but let's see if I can pull up the recipe. Find egg. All right. So we'll get old Google on the job. Let's get Google on the case. I know I need to plug it in, so I know that's a good start. Look at this, prime time. Here we are. How to use an Instapot. This in the air fryer. I have them, and I don't fully use them because I don't fully understand. All right, I got a beep. It says off. Perfect. All right, so. Okay, we're starting. It says it's closed. All right, I got my scoops right there. I don't know why that's important. It just is. All right, so let's see what Google says. How do I cook a full chicken in an Instapot? All right. Let's see what it's going to tell me. Whole chicken. How long to cook 5? Let's do a whole. Okay, followed by 6 minutes per pound. Oh, hold on. 24 minutes. So let's see. I gotta find my. I'm gonna say, I didn't look at how many pounds it was. It wasn't a huge chicken. Well, 5 times 6 is 30. Let's just go with 5 pounds, right? Okay, so we're gonna go, we gotta set our pressure level. We're gonna go with pressure cooking. We're gonna go, okay, it's right there at 25, but how do we go for higher? Oh, wait, I just did something. Pressure level high, 25 minutes. Right? What if I push poultry? What the heck happened? Cancel. Poultry. Oh, no. Cancel that. Pressure cooker. It went to a default of 25 minutes. I'm going to roll with it, but I'm not sure really how to... Oh! I know I don't want to keep it warm. It's got to cool off. All right, so we got it set, but I, like I said, don't know what I'm supposed to know. So as soon as I hear, I know it'll beep saying the pressure cooking is started. I'll set a timer behind me to make sure it cooks, and that should be fine because it's full of water up to the top. Well, not up to the top, but up to the line saying no more water past this mark. So I know, I'm just disinfecting still with the white vinegar, that the water will boil, and that should help. So I'm not doing like a baked chicken, I'm doing a fully boiled. I just need to boil that baby. Boil that baby down. And then I can do the rice, and then I will scoop. It's just a little bit of pureed pumpkin will help her, and it has a lot of vitamins to help, and also to go ahead and get the real yogurt with the acidophilus in it, and we can get all of that going. So wash that chicken sauce. Okay. All right, let me put all of my disinfecting stuff away. Because, yeah, we are fully disinfected, I think. I don't know. I had it in my strainer. Okay. I'm not real happy. Anyway, there it goes. We got our chickening. We shall see what happens. We got our laundry going. We got clothes on our body. We have our most fabulous ever belt buckle on our belly. Let's just take another look at this belt buckle, shall we? Oh yes, it is so fabulous. So, I love it. I'm gonna look down all day and feel sassy. I hope you can find something in your wardrobe or in your life or somehow to make you feel sassy. We really don't have to stress over it all. All wonderfully designed. It's all wonderfully here. What our stresses today will not be our stresses tomorrow. And honestly, a week from now, I won't remember that this morning anything that happened. So I think we just kind of have to let that be our guide and let that be our thought for the day, where we're going with stuff, how we want to do stuff. If we look at something, is this something that's going to be so important? I'm going to remember it in a week or two. If the answer is no, perhaps we can go ahead and let it go faster. And I think that's the goal, to find joy and just be fabulous. Just find things that are fabulous. Anyway, with that, I am gonna say my goodbyes. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I will meet with you probably Monday morning from my mom's back porch. And until that time, just stay fabulous. I'll do a post update to let you know if I was able to cook the chicken or if my Instapot top shot through my ceiling. That's the thing with pressure cookers growing up. We always heard about how dangerous they were. They'll shoot through the ceilings. They're not safe. They're not safe. You didn't even know. I remember because my parents, grandparents, everybody canned. And when they had the pressure cooker going, they would tell us to get out of the room. Now, perhaps now that I think about it, perhaps that was older women's way of saying we want to talk without little baby ears around. Y'all go do kid stuff. We're doing big girl stuff here. So by telling us the pressure cooker was going to explode might have been the way to get us out. I mean, literally, I grew up in terror of a pressure cooker because of always hearing how it was going to, with any wrong move, could explode. It was very dangerous. Don't go in the kitchen. Don't run past it. So to learn how to use an Instapot here, let me put my Instapot in the shade, in the thing. So to learn how to use an Instapot, to learn how to trust the technology, even just to learn how to believe in a pressure cooker has been very difficult. Yeah, I'm starting to think that maybe pressure cookers didn't explode as often as we were told. I'm just saying, kind of like going in your granddaddy's woodshed, in the woodworking shed and being told if you touch something you could lose a finger, and you see this, you see that. And granted, a lot of people did lose fingers using electrical saws and stuff, but I suspect we were told that a little bit more than is the reality of the entire situation. Let me know what you think about it. Are there things from your childhood stories that you heard that have created? I don't even want to be that close to it. It might do something. I'm going to stand over here. We just keep moving it away. That way it has a shot through an empty room. It'll be all right if it shoots up. Yeah, are there things like that linger for you? Let me know. Thank you for being here. I know you could be anywhere else today and you chose to be with me. So for that, I thank you. Just stay fabulous until we meet again. Oh, and I'll update on my community post how it turned out. How about that? Alrighty, guys. See ya. Bye-bye.